Neckbeards of the world unite. You have nothing to lose but your games, is my message for this segment.
Very good. Very good.
Because they're coming for your video games. And by they, I mean exactly who you think. Lobbyists, corporations, and people who don't have your best interests at heart. Now, I'm, fairly young, I suppose, on the grand scale of things. I remember my first console, was back in the early 2000s, was probably a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, something like that.
Nice.
And so, of course, your mum or dad would very generously buy you a video game. You'd stick the disc in, and then it's yours. And it's so much yours that I've still got those games.
I still remember playing on my Super Nintendo and getting Super Mario World. That was the first game I ever properly played. But then I remember my dad coming home, I think it was around Christmas time, and he had the PlayStation 1, and I couldn't get off it. I was playing, I think it was Mickey Mouse Adventures, don't ask why, and Formula 1. And then after that,
two very different games.
Very, very different. Yeah. Big Formula 1 fan when I was a kid. So, absolutely loved it. But now my taste has grown exponentially since.
Very glad to hear it. Well, also, so what we're getting to here is, of course, the fact that one time you bought a game and it was yours. But now, because of the evolving system of video games, you have a lot of them that are becoming more and more reliant on online servers, right, provided by the host and the companies who made them. And so you have here a message from Ubisoft, infamous French-Canadian games company, probably most famous for, Assassin's Creed. That was the one I always used to go to back in my youth. But you can see here, they say that the EULA, which is the end user license agreement, if I just bring it briskly to point C, that it can be stopped at the time of Ubisoft's decision to discontinue offering or supporting the product, right? So, say for example, you go and pay $60, £60, right, for a video game, but by Ubisoft, and it's entirely reliant on their servers. Then you're going to play the game, and say 3 years down the line, some Ubisoft exec decides, well, we don't have enough gamers playing this game anymore. We don't have enough people using that server. We're just going to close down that server. Yeah, we'll give you a little bit of notice, but we're going to basically just close down the server. And that leaves you, well, hang on, I paid £60 for this game, and it didn't say on the box, you're not going to be able to play this in 3 years. Yeah, because some execs decided to pull the plug.
Yeah, it's sad. Ubisoft have done. Well, there's a couple of games from Ubisoft that they've completely destroyed. Splinter Cell Double Agent. I used to play that a lot. They've completely killed all the servers on that. There's so many games that had like servers completely killed that were even popular. So it sucks.
Well, so obviously every action has its equal opposite reaction.
Of course.
And so the reaction was a movement, a consumer movement called Stop Killing Games.
Right.
Nice and to the point. And it says that the initiative was started in 2024 by Ross Scott after the shutdown of The Crew, which was a racing game published by Ubisoft, right? Ubisoft, that required a constant internet connection despite being mostly single player.
Yes.
Which is even more insulting.
Yeah, it is insulting. Yeah.
Because again, I remember towards the end of the noughties, there were a few games that I had for the 360 where, sure, like the multiplayer servers have stopped now. You can't play online with friends, but you still have the single player campaign.
Yeah, like Gears of War.
Yeah. So you've still got half a game. Not to worry, we still have half a game. To play.
Deary me.
But now obviously that's moving out, and Ubisoft turned off the game, and millions have paid for it. And obviously, they began revoking the license. And so what are you left to do? And there's more examples of it here of different games. I've not played any of these personally, but what matters, of course, is the principle that people have bought all of these games, and the games companies haven't, because not most people, you don't pick up a game, do you, and read like the end user agreement,
No,
right on the back of a box. No one does that,
No.
right? You just pick up the game, you see if you like the game, and you expect to keep the game.
Yeah, you're focusing on the game, not the terms and conditions.
Yeah. So this ended up with petitions.
Oh my God.
Right. So there's one petition for the EU, right, for the European Parliament, and then there's also one here for the United Kingdom. And yeah, as you're wowing at, this has got nearly 200,000 signatures.
Still going up.
Yeah. Well, I'd encourage everyone to sign it because what are you going to do? Side with the lobbyists?
Sold. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what does it say? The government should update consumer law to prohibit publishers from disabling video games and related assets, features they've already sold without recourse for customers to retain or repair them. We seek this as a statutory consumer right. Very cool. Most video games sold can work indefinitely, but some have design elements that render the product non-functional at a time at which the publisher controls, with no date provided at sale. Okay.
And so you have here the Videogames Europe, which is the big group that is basically against this. Right. This is all you can, if I go forward a bit, all of these companies that you see here,
okay,
right, are affiliated with
Ubisoft.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They keep coming up, don't they?
Yeah. Of course, Blizzard is up there. Of course, they've been shafting people for a long time. Surprised to see Bandai Namco on there as well.
I'm not familiar with them. Who are they?
Dark Souls.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
I believe that's Black Wukong Myth. Oh gosh. Oh, you really tested me now. Bandai Namco, is that also like the Dragon Ball Z ones, like Budokai?
I'm shocked.
That is that, isn't it?
Thank you, Samson. Yes,
I did get that right. Nintendo doesn't surprise me. Netflix doesn't surprise me.
No, not at all.
There's a lot of them I haven't heard of. Obviously, Sony.
Well, for the sake of time, I'll just skip forward a little bit. But so they had a response to this, which was that we appreciate the passion of our community. However, the decision to discontinue online servers is multifaceted, never taken lightly, and must be an option for companies when an online experience is no longer commercially viable. We understand that it can be disappointing for players, but when it does happen, the industry ensures that players are given fair notice of the prospective changes in compliance with local consumer protection laws. Private servers are not always a viable alternative option for players, as the protections we put in place to secure players' data, remove illegal content, and combat unsafe community content would not exist and would leave rights holders liable. In addition, many titles are designed from the ground up to be online only. In effect, these proposals would curtail developers' choice by making these video games prohibitively expensive to create. We welcome the opportunity to discuss our position with policymakers and those who have led the European Citizens Initiative in the coming month. But obviously, the petition put forward to the European Union has got over 1 million signatures. Right, so this is in reaction to that. And it's also the fact that you have, obviously, an enormous dialogue going on amongst a lot of the bigwigs from the gaming community. Now, I'm not actually going to pretend to be an expert on this, but you have people like Pirate Software, who has quite a big following. He decided to come out in favour of the lobbyists.
Is that the guy who used to work for Blizzard? Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you again,
quick
Samson.
Fact checking from the desk.
Well, his fact check is in his brain. Samson. Really, it should be Samson up here. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's great. It's funny.
But then, yeah, so there's been a whole host of discourse around that. You can see him here giving similar thoughts. But then on the other side, witness for the prosecution of the lobbyists, you have people like PewDiePie,
cool,
right, saying that he strongly encourages everyone to sign the petition. You also have, was it Notch
Minecraft
saying, yeah, if buying a game is not a purchase, then pirating them is not a theft.
Fair play.
Which I think the logic is certainly there. Of course, Asmongold
Yeah.
also come out in favour of the petition as well.
He's become quite based as well.
Has become very based, hasn't he? And also, because of the ages in the right, you wouldn't expect the boomers to care particularly much, right? It doesn't personally affect them. You know what's happening to the gamers, right? Right.
Build a chair. Stop sitting on the chair all day and playing.
When will the boomers recognise the persecution that's being put on the gamers? Right? But then, of course, you have a gentleman's name here I can't really pronounce, Nicolae Stefanuta, Vice President of the European Parliament, who has voiced his full support.
Wow, that's cool.
Right?
That's cool.
Because, let's face it, he looks like a gamer.
Yeah.
He looks like he'll turn up.
What type of game, though?
Yeah. Turn up to the European Parliament and then just kick back with a few cold ones and a good game at the end
Probably
of the day.
a From Software kind of guy, I think, you know.
So, yes, I would just encourage people to actually sign this because it is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
On the face of it. It's, you know, a bit like how in mobile phones, they'll purposely sabotage them so that they'll break in 4 years, so you have to buy the updated model.
Yeah.
Right?
Scam.
It's genuinely sabotaging it so that you constantly have to buy the latest console, the latest game.
Yeah.
Right? And it moves it along in such a way where, especially if, obviously, when you've got games that are on Steam, right? Where you just download the game, and then if Ubisoft or just keep riding on Ubisoft, if Ubisoft or one of the
Just take it
companies
off
say,
the library.
yeah, we're taking it away now. It's like,
mental,
well,
isn't it?
I bought that game.
Yeah.
Right? And also, it's just about actually preserving the games themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even if it's, an empty lobby or something, it's...
I bet the collectors now that buy the hard copies and all the, the limited distributed games are sitting there going, more of that.
I mean, could you imagine if at the end of the noughties there was just a massacre of physical discs? They're just there coming with sledgehammers, breaking your Crash Bandicoot disc, right? Your Spyro disc, shattered on your bedroom table.
Yeah, great.
It's well, not great, but
I was thinking of those two games.
Yes. So if you're in the EU, there's a petition right there for you to sign, and if you're in the United Kingdom, actually on that, this is your last day that you can sign the one in the United Kingdom. It just happens to be that way in presenting the segment. So gamers, unite.
Nice.
If you would like to watch the full uncut version that is also uncensored, head on over to lotuseaters.com to find out more.